We're live.
Oh my. This never happens.
Ooh.
It's been 4 months since the last one did.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, dude.
Alright. Let's start this mess. So this is one of Iso's videos from his second channel, titled The Jim Jesus Problem.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say, I can't believe he actually dug up enough of Jim's docs to find this picture of him. Honestly,
I know.
That's
it's
impressive.
So disrespectful, dude. So disrespectful.
Like,
I mean...
respect the man's privacy.
I mean...
And to catch him at such a bad moment, too.
Yeah, how can he complain about being doxed TM when he's just gonna do this to Jim?
Look at this. Alright.
He should be ashamed of himself, dude. He should be ashamed of himself.
Let's start this.
Everyone, so it's been a while since I've uploaded on SO posting. That's because, well, there hasn't been a lot of drama. And really,
Toast, hold
I
on.
don't like
We should probably post a link
videos,
to the stream
so,
somewhere.
I don't know, this channel's not...
Alright, do it.
Where is it? I don't have the link to the stream.
You're not subscribed? Excuse
you have a link
me?
to the stream, gay law.
I actually don't right now. I don't want to hold comments. I don't care enough.
Oh. I mean, we probably should have got this link ready faster, but...
I mean, we can restart the stream if need be.
Your stream?
Well, you're not incorrect.
Yours? Of course I'm not. I'm always right.
Alright, I got it. You want me to shoot you in Discord? Bam.
Just put it in the...
Got a shot. I'll put it there. Hold on.
Oh.
Just keep posting it.
Honestly, just... Yeah, okay, so, with the link now out there.
Now that we have the link out, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue then.
Should we put this anywhere? Let's put it in depths.
Go for it.
Why not?
You gotta love it, dude.
I'm gonna put it in depths, debunk this. Depths, please debunk this. We're begging you. Alright, you ready?
No, I'm not ready at all.
Alright, well, I'm hitting the play button.
really going to be very active. But, yeah, I'm uploading here again, so, you know what that means. So, basically, if you don't know
what it
who
means.
Jim Jesus is, he's someone who claims to be a libertarian
Oh,
and
no.
uploads content on YouTube. The reason I state he claims to be instead of he is because he regularly engages in some highly unethical and underhanded practices, specifically with the intention of attacking other libertarian content creators.
How?
See, okay, yeah, first off, how? Because, last I checked, he's actually been fairly helpful to most libertarians.
Go on,
Secondly...
crash.
Well, yeah. Secondly... how do I phrase this without just, being insulting?
Just be insulting, because who really cares about the faggots' feelings, dude?
Well, essentially what I'm going to say is, get over it. That's all I have to say.
QQ, Jim Senpai debunks.
Yeah, no, why would you get angry at someone disagreeing with other people? Right? He could be wrong, but show why he's wrong, not just say, oh, he's not a libertarian because he doesn't agree with all libertarians. I don't agree with most libertarians.
Form of defamation, either by outright lying about them or quote mining them and taking things they've said or done out of context to distort the original purpose of whatever it's referencing. Then when he gets questioned,
who else do we know that does that?
It sounds like it's like, you know, when you go to a movie theater and there's a big screen in front of you. I'm gonna have to say that Midnight Phantom probably makes movies occur, if you know.
I think I'm picking
projecting, my dude.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in the music or not movie business, music business. Christ,
IMAX.
It's too late. It's 11 o'clock.
Fucking dude, it's like 6 again, dude.
They're called out on this behavior. He has a little private server DM which he runs in order to.
He runs. He runs. TM.
I wonder who runs that.
Nope, that's who would that be, Toast? I can't see him around here.
You know, I used to know the guy. I'm not sure anymore. He said he wanted to do a stream with me pretty soon. I can't remember though.
Oh, I see him. There's a mirror over there. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see him though. Sorry. Just can't.
No, that's sad.
His name escapes me.
Ah, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Come and spam or dogpile whoever was calling him out.
Okay, I'm trying to clarify what actually happened. Someone posted a screenshot of something hilarious that this fucking idiot said, and everyone else is like, "Okay, where the fuck is this? I want to see what the fuck's going on, dude." And then, because he's genuinely retarded, it's just the funniest shit to respond to. Like, this man has posted pictures to his DeviantArt of like giant furry animals eating children, like. I think it's self-drawn art, actually, and I have that picture if you have the ability to bring that up.
On the stream? I can.
Yeah, let me find that one real.
Oh boy, we're bringing the Discord up.
Dude, a while ago I was just searching for a
Alright,
Midnight Phantom meme.
Send that to me. We're gonna put it on the stream. It's stream worthy.
There you go, dude.
Oh, you even have a link. Oh, perfect.
I know, dude. I'm not like screen capping things today. That's edited. I didn't draw that. It's Save Me Alan by Midnight Phantom.
So I'm gonna just this is my first time seeing this. I'm gonna describe what I see. So the first thing I see is in the top left corner. There's a. Is that Tails?
I think you need to put it up, dude.
No, it's up. It's on the stream.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Beautiful.
But in case those of you at home can't see, this appears to be Tails in the top left crying while saying "little buddy," as a man is being ripped apart.
No, he's gonna eat him. Look, you sure are tasty.
Yeah,
You look tasty. Oh, dude.
When was this?
I have no idea, dude. Probably this is older shit because it's fucking hilarious, dude.
2014 is when the comments are. Some of the older ones. September 10th, it looks like.
Dude, I mean, I'll send you my favorite.
Oh no, is it stream appropriate?
Yeah, these ones. This is one of his OCs that he uses for.
Let's load this up. I'm almost afraid to click on these, just so you know. This is a text.
Yeah, this latest one I posted though is a character, right, which is 2'8" and types of RP are Vor, Floof Adventure Exploration, Vor, big my dude.
Yeah, can't approve of this.
And that latest one, that was submitted in 2017.
Let's pull up this one. I don't want to read any more of this. Mobian Fox dressed like a ninja, height 2'8", personality. Okay, sure. I don't know.
See, the thing is, he has done Vor RPs with this, because one of the comments says, he's not a pred and I don't use him anymore.
This is 2017.
Yeah, this is when he was already a Steric Entity, dude.
I didn't know it was this soon. Like I'd heard that that was all in the past, and I was like, all right, well, whatever. People grow up.
Not.
But this is not long ago. Very not long ago.
Dude, these are only the funniest couple I found on my quick search there for you, but I have like a whole archive of just Midnight Phantom shit posts, dude. It's amazing.
God, we might have to do a dedicated stream just for that.
Oh, by the way, if you look on the first one, featured in groups, VAR veterans, all VAR.
The first one, huh?
Whoa.
Pull this up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, show more. Okay. Well, now we know who we are dealing with.
Yeah, just do which one to get that out there, you know, because it's funny. It's beautiful. It's art. So, this man, accusing Jim Jesus of being an unethical libertarian slayer. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, because he disagrees with people. You disagree with me, so you're not really one of us.
Yeah, dude, you need to... if you're not in the hive mind, you're not one of us, dude. This is an individualist ideology.
Yeah, only individualists allowed. You must think like us. Act like us. Be us. Alright, let's see what the hive mind has to say.
Clearly gets in bed with Marxists on Twitter to help him in spreading this misinformation.
What?
Citation, please. That's all I need to say. All I see from Jim is
like
comedy.
Shit.
Yeah, comedy. All he does is comedy and the occasional argument, just calling someone out on BS. I don't think he even necessarily gets political that often. He does. That's what he does.
Content's political.
Yeah.
It's often just shitposting.
Right. It's not like he's making actual arguments, and when he does, I have never seen him endorse any form of Marxism. And I doubt that he would. So I'd love to see a citation on this one. I'm not calling you a liar, but I'd love to see one.
I'll do it.
I'd love to see a citation. That's it.
Nah, dude, the best thing was, right... No, I'm more than willing to call him a liar, because when we asked him about his old VAR thing in our old server, right, he was like, I never used underage characters in my VAR. I made sure that in my role players I never used children, and I'll never engage with children. And then height 2'8", dude. 2'8". Oh, dude. Okay. I'm going to
For
continue.
example, at the beginning of this month, I was involved in a Q&A stream hosted by Nate the Voluntarist, which included David Friedman.
Yes.
Oh, can we please put that video up after this? Or should we do it now?
No, I'll do it afterwards. Just let everyone know.
Shameless plug, if you want to go see that video now, I believe Jim Jesus has a copy of it up on his channel. Feel free to check that out.
It's beautiful, dude.
And it was a pretty nice time for everyone involved, though.
Apart from David.
Friedman's soul was crushed.
Dude, if you look at his face during this, every time Midnight speaks, he is just so unhappy, dude.
I saw. Oh, it was the worst. I was watching it live and I was just like, dude, stop. Look at the man. He doesn't want this.
He kept trying to flex his libertarian credentials.
Right? Oh my...
Just
like, even if you didn't respect the guy because he's, world-renowned economist and whatnot, right? At least respect the fact that he's a little bit on the older side.
Yeah, dude.
Like, the man just doesn't want to put up with this crap. I felt bad for him. Legitimately. Let's...
Dude, okay,
feel free...
Who the fuck is this guy in our general chat, dude?
I'm not reading general right now.
Some of the things he was saying, I asked him for clarification on what he meant, or was simply trying to clarify what I meant, either because I don't think he understood, or because he asked me what I meant directly for clarification. Jim then edited the segments of this Q&A where these back and forths took place and attempted to claim that this was a debate and attempted to use this footage as evidence.
You literally apologize for turning it into a debate.
Yeah, and that was included in the video. He actually didn't edit that much out.
He just edited it just so it was the clips of Midnight Speak. Like,
Yeah.
that's all it was. It was
everything else was just other people speaking, right?
Imagine that. Wow. Right. Imagine this, Toast. You're trying to make a video about how hilarious something is with Midnight Phantom. Do you A, only include Midnight Phantom, or B, include every single other person on Earth?
Well, then you're just copying and pasting the stream.
Yeah, dude.
Right. The purpose of the video was to show the portions where Midnight Phantom was in, and he did that. And he even played it. He even played a nice little tune in the background. I enjoyed that. It was catchy.
It was relaxing.
Jim saying that you're a cool guy even if you unironically play CSGO. So we're not going to defend Jim at any point during this anymore because obviously...
Yeah, he's a fucking faggot who plays Team Fortress 2 with hats, dude. Genuine.
Yeah, we're no longer... Alright, we're on ESO's side now. We're going to continue this.
Yeah, Jim, can you please stop unethically destroying libertarians? That'd be cool.
Yeah, how dare you disagree with people?
Give me a second. I need a minute to eat a child, so...
Oh, okay. Timer's ticking down.
Hi, Voltaire. How are you, dude? Yeah, continue.
Alright, let's go.
Defend my ideas. So almost immediately, his video started getting ratioed by the people who watched the stream and weren't happy with how he was attempting to mischaracterize.
No, that's not what happened. Oh, no, you misunderstood. Okay, so if you look at that video, right? The stream basically shows the exact same thing. Like, David D. Friedman, Midnight Speaks, not happy. Then someone else speaks, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, light, jovial conversation. Shiny brings up Ren Fair, and he's very happy for like all of 5 minutes before Midnight Phantom starts slaying him again. And of course, Midnight probably wasn't very happy with this, and probably just got a few of his friends to go and dislike Jim, because if you look at his current video, this video about Jim, right, which is just the most hilarious bullshit, dude, over his stupid gab or Twitter post, whatever it was, where he's edited, right, on his own comment and claimed, Jim edited what I said. Oh my god, right? Like,
I don't see where he gets off on any of this.
How does this video, right, is what I'm saying, right, have 28 likes? Is it A, because people genuinely saw the video and thought it was a good video? Or did he put it to his server and they liked it? Or put it to his regular viewers? I
will give him one thing. The people he does know are adamant in defending him. That's actually quite impressive. Well, yeah, but I find it impressive that he can get people to support him like that.
It's a bit disturbing.
Well, yeah, it lessens my faith in humanity, but nonetheless, I'm impressed.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I can't even do that.
No, no one defends you, Tom.
I'm defenseless. Alright, let's go.
Only your lawyer, dude.
That's all I need.
He then consequently started deleting comments which called him out on this, then literally went to Twitter and started begging people to come upvote
citation.
Which
I just want to put
Whoa.
Oh, do we need to go back?
Yeah, whoa, let's go back a bit.
You went forward. You went forward.
Did I? Oh, well,
there we go. So here, I just want to put one thing out there. If we could just give people a little bit of benefit of the doubt when it comes to deleting comments and all that, because YouTube does actually like weirdly hide or hold comments without even telling whoever the creator is. I've had this happen on my videos.
Yeah, right.
It's weird.
It genuinely is extremely strange. When I used to be a War Thunder YouTuber back when I was Marshall rated, just trying to flex that. Yeah, he used to hide comments from like people with like similar names and shit.
Yeah,
like because the clan group used to come and shitpost because I had a very shitposty relationship with
Sure. And I've had this happen on my videos where it'll hold comments or it'll actually remove comments just for seemingly no reason. I had one guy just, one of them I think was actually spam, but he was just saying, hey, I'd like to play this game with you sometime.
Wow.
And I do think it was spam because I saw him on a few other videos. He was trying to find people, but I give people a little bit of benefit of the doubt with this. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure that the guy who posted the thing on Twitter about midnight probably wasn't inspired by Jim. People just don't like Midnight Phantom because he's a fucking idiot. It's not that Jim Jesus is a genius clan leader extraordinaire. He's a fat guy who likes whiskey.
Yeah, I'd say he's a rotund middle-aged man who I disagree with, but he's a lad, so I have no problem with him.
He's not actually engineering everything to be against Midnight Phantom. I don't. How do you get inside the head of someone who thinks like Midnight Phantom, dude? Everything
you remove your head.
This is a good point. Okay, let's continue.
All right. Also, wanted to point out, nice casual dislike on that video there, showing impartiality there. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, that bit there.
By the way, most of his followers are Marxists and all.
Okay, pause there because okay, most of his followers are Marxists here. Really now? Really now?
Citation. Like, that is the most unfounded claim I've ever heard. I have never seen a Marxist get along with Jim Jesus unless it's for a joke.
Yeah, I mean, if you look in Jim's server especially, it's basically all libertarians and a couple people.
And like minarchists and conservatives. Maybe a few Marxists who like are there to debate, but...
Or just shitpost dudes,
yeah.
Just shitpost.
Well, that's like the same thing for them. Right? For them, it's the same thing.
Dude, he's gonna use Boot as the example, dude. Boot is the evil
please.
influence.
If he does.
He's probably not gonna win the video, but that's probably what he's thinking about. Like, Boot, fucking backhoe just to shitpost around. That's it. Continue.
I don't know how far ahead we skipped, but...
Alt-right types because of how much shit he talks about other libertarian content creators. That itself should really speak volumes. On top of this, he regularly...
we skipped past that, tweet there pretty fast. Can we read that?
Whoa, buddy. Okay.
There we go.
Feel free to narrate.
This is hilarious. The highlight is when creepy entity argues state is unsustainable. Friedman responds, how long do I have to show you? My sides.
Oh, the only thing he's just showing that someone named
Democratic
Marxist said something. And
I see.
That was pretty on point.
I no matter what part of the political spectrum you are, no matter what the economic theory you hold, whatever political theory you hold, you have to admit it was hilarious when Friedman kind of sat him down and said, look, how long do I have to... What would convince you, and I will give it to you.
Dude, yeah. And the thing is, wow, this guy is a Marxist, whatever, I don't care. Is he wrong? Like, is there a reason why Jim shouldn't have retweeted this? Or is Jim just not allowed to retweet anyone you don't agree with? Like, this is ridiculous.
Alright, we ready?
Oh, yeah.
I've always wondered why he's so monotone during these, and that's coming from me, and I'm pretty monotone.
Because fetal alcohol syndrome, dude.
As statists do, to the point where he demonstrates a clear lack of understanding of the ethical beliefs he claims to hold on a fundamental level. So with all these points taken into consideration, I would honestly call into question whether or not Jim actually even is really a libertarian, but that's a subject for another video.
Well,
what's most notable about
him being mistaken on something or disagreeing with someone on something doesn't make them particularly just okay. Let's suppose that that he honestly believes that, and that's what he tweeted, and I have no reason to think that's not what he believes. But why would you then claim that he's just straight up not a libertarian? He's not saying that it's an illegitimate idea or anything like that.
Dude, naturally, right? If you don't agree with the NAP, you're a Stalinist. Come on. That's there's only two options here, Toast. Come on, get with the times.
Oh.
He is
Who the hell is Chris? And why is he a mad?
I have no idea what it
He's
is
a unit.
about him, but ever since I
great.
opened my channel, he's been consistently dedicated his entire social media presence to nothing but defaming me ever since I started doing comedy.
You haven't appreciated his jokes, sir. His comedy is actually pretty good. I maybe chuckled twice, alright? I thought I had liked one of his tweets, but I didn't. That's how good they were.
Is in psychological projection when I respond to pointing out his bullshit by saying that I'm engaging in damage control.
Okay, whoa. Well, if you are engaging in damage control or backtrack, then guess what? He probably has a reason to call it out there, dude. Like, I don't get that. So he says he doesn't agree with me, and he points this out on Twitter or whatever, right? And then I respond, and he says I'm backtracking. Okay, it's kind of imagine, right? So Toast, imagine I say, let's say I go on some social media and I say, McToast is a big smelly gay boy who's bad at Counter-Strike, and you're like,
I'm like, no, I'm not. Also,
like,
your
okay.
mom sucks.
And you're like, okay, that's not true. And I'm like, wow, are you backtracking? My followers that I have in this theoretical universe, right, would probably not find that particularly endearing because it's retarded. So you've got to think, Midnight, are you backtracking somewhere in this? Because these accusations don't just span from nowhere, dude. That's just... Yeah, I very much doubt Jim has just out of the blue accused me of backtracking or whatever the fuck the other one was, just because he responded. Because no, Midnight Phantom likes to backtrack a lot.
The other thing is he hasn't sourced any of this. Like, he's shown a few tweets that kind of show what he's trying to prove, or like he thinks it shows, but he never actually sits down and says, "Hey, look at these. Here's an example of when this happens." Wouldn't you think a video made about a person like this should contain actual citations of these things?
Dude, imagine that. That's a radical idea, Toast. I can't agree with this.
I mean, granted, we didn't have evidence for the beginning of this stream where we were talking about what had happened in Shane's server, but that's because it was all deleted.
Oh, I wonder who did. Actually, I think we still have some logs in our general chat.
Well, if anyone's interested, we are more than willing to provide those in the Discord, or if someone wants to link those somewhere in the comments, feel free to. But for the purposes of this, I think we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Kyle largely unnoticed until last summer when Dapperton and I had our little feud, which he then exploited to get Dapperton's attention and worm his way into the bigger libertarian circles on
That's
Discord.
not how that happened.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, didn't you know Jim?
Well, no. What happened was Jim joined our server after Michelle Catlin joined because we contacted Michelle Catlin for being booking based.
Nice.
Then Jim joined, and we were like, "Oh no, the evil Jim Jesus! What do we do?" He joined, and he was just shit posting with us, and I was like, "Okay, so Jim isn't the fucking Halloween demon that we've all been told he is." And then yeah, he started hanging out in our general chat. Then started talking to Dapperton about the things that were going on with Midnight Phantom, the things we were finding about his beautiful DeviantArt days, dude.
I think I got into 2 arguments with him, and that was as far as I knew him back then.
Yeah,
they were on like determinism or something stupid.
Yeah, dude. He's he's pretty dumb. He's not like that. He's got like an IQ that's like, you know, you have like things that go, and then you have like Jim G's, and you have like a horse. You know?
Wait, does that make this a cripple fight?
Yeah.
Dude, we should film that. Live stream that.
Dude. Wait, didn't Hobo Fight, whatever it was, get like...
Yeah, we might get sued.
Oh, look at Jim shitposting a nice chat. What a faggot.
Get out of my nice chat.
YouTube. For the most part,
Thank you, Chris. Fuck me, dude.
You know, okay, shout out to Chris. He's actually the one who introduced me to all this stuff, and I have to say, while he didn't convince me, he led me to being convinced in everything that I am convinced of. So, shout outs to you, man. I've been studying philosophy ever since. Absolute mad lad.
Okay.
Viewership and audience interaction, everyone else just seems to be ignoring him, but for this month, for whatever reason, he's decided to become increasingly toxic to where it seems like every day he's saying something new and something more dishonest about me. And today...
Wait, hold on, pause this. So, new and more dishonesty posts a screenshot, which you admit you posted, okay, but you took out, but literally without the word inherently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he went back and edited it.
He later said that he never said that he didn't post the screenshot Jim had. So he did post this, and Jim screenshotted, or Jim got a screenshot of this and posted it, but apparently that's dishonest. I'm not following this stuff.
I think he needs to get his claims straight.
It sounds like he's trying to create a narrative, and he's trying to make things fit his narrative, and hoping that his
nothing's working.
Sub 30 IQ viewers will just believe him.
Like, nothing he does is at all believable, or nothing he's saying is at all believable. Because as soon as you show each one to be incorrect, and then he moves on to another one without reconciling it.
But Toast, you seem to forget that his audience is libertarian.
Oh, yes, so I'm sorry if I disagree with him. I'm not a libertarian, so...
Yeah, are you trying to deviate from the libertarian hive mind?
I don't want to deviate from the libertarian hive mind. What can I say? I like being an individual.
Exactly.
Right?
Join individualist hive mind, dude.
I'm sorry, Iso. You're right. He did in fact fabricate this entire thing after you admitted that you made it.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. Thank you. God.
He made this post, and I've just had enough, so I'm putting my foot down here.
Oh
so
no.
If you could...
Oh no. The cartoon ANCAP has uncrossed his arms. He's uncrossed his arms. He's going Super Saiyan. Look, he's
Hold
even...
on, pause this.
Yeah, it's paused.
Is it?
Is it paused for you? I'm at 418.
There you go. 418. Quite a while back then. Dude.
Oh, okay, close enough. That's close.
Okay.
You have a 417 now?
Are you ready? You're ready? Because I have no idea what's going on, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use this thing. I'm a boomer.
My foot down here. So if you couldn't...
Alright, you wanted to say something about this? Or are we continuing?
Yeah, with this one. So, I mean, the obvious problem here is that... So, okay. In Shane's Discord, he said that he never said that he didn't say the thing on the left, which Jim screenshotted, and then Dapperton had to come in and assure that the one on the left, the one on the right, right? He said that he would have just cropped out the edited thing, and that's why the one the right was actually more up to date and more what he meant. And Jim was dishonest by showing the one on the left, which was without full context.
Can I just mention something real quick? Corporate needs you to tell me the difference between these two photos.
There isn't one.
They're the same photo.
I mean, both are wrong, but also let's just think about the fact that even with that, Midnight would have had to, on the photo on the right, remove edited next to nice try.
Yeah, that's something we were discussing at large, and he was saying, oh, well, it was, a free-range clip, so I clipped around it. One thing I'd like to bring up for the stream, if you have a free-range clip like that, unless you edit the photo, it's going to have a discoloration wherever you didn't clip it, because it has to make it square for whatever you're posting it to. So either you're telling me that you managed to free-range clip a perfect square containing the word edited that somehow magically isn't there, or, and more likely, you actually just took a regular clip and blocked out the word edited for a single word.
It tried to make Jim look like Satan over something which has no difference. These two have no difference, because fetishes are by nature either an object or sexual. There is no alternative. One of the two. Is vor an object? No. Is it a philia suffix? Yes. It's sexual. Get over it.
And it's not even that people were really against that claim. That's like, okay, you can be wrong about that, nobody really cares. He made such a huge deal about it, claiming that Jim was just fabricating all this, when it was just such a simple...
Because he looked like an idiot in the server. He needs to deflect onto someone else, otherwise everyone will be left with this thing of, oh yeah, he's just a fucking idiot. No, he has to be like, well, no, Jim is actually the evil one who's making it look like a... Grrr.
Like, I would have just played... If I was disingenuous, I would have just played it off as ironic.
By the way, Toast...
Because of a nice try, kiddo.
Remind everyone that our last stream we did, that was slightly, not friendly to Midnight Phantom, he disliked Bomb. And we know this because he left his shit Jim Jesus parody account in our comment section. Thank you for that.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got 11 dislikes on that, apparently, even when Shaman pretty much enjoyed it because it was educational for him. So in this one, if you see a wildly disproportionate dislike bar, just ignore it. If you don't see that,
feel free to keep liking it.
I guess we've avoided the ire of the furry for today. Anyway,
already tell right off the bat by the peculiarity of the cropping or the on its face absurdity of this comment, this is an edited screenshot.
The peculiarity, you do realize you're taking it from a tweet, yeah?
No, hold on. He said the comment's ridiculous, and it's basically insinuating I would never have posted this, but he also shows the one on the right which says the exact same wrong claim.
I mean, yeah, the only change here is that one says it can be, and that's still wrong, and one says they aren't, which is also wrong.
I mean, strictly speaking, if we ignore context, his claim isn't wrong. It's because it can be an object, but he's talking about his vor fetish, is what this was, the context of this.
Yeah.
That's definitely a sexual thing, because in that context, fetish is inherently sexual, because vor isn't an object. Toast, why are libertarians on the internet so trash?
Cartoon and caps. Well, I mean, we did get to see him uncross his arms.
Dude.
Honestly, I was pretty close to ending the stream at that point. I didn't think I could handle it, but so far it's been pretty okay.
Dude, when they uncross their arms, I get scared, dude. I fear their wrath.
Let's see if it gets worse.
Okay.
God. Here's what I actually said, which of course is more reasonable and is in fact demonstrably accurate by definition.
There you go. So, an object. Okay, so let's go through this. An object.
Yeah, or a fixation.
I've got to say that this isn't the definition of fetish that you or we were talking. Let's quickly go up to.
Do you want me to Google it right now?
I'm doing it for you, dude.
Oh.
So,
You know, there's actually a website that we could give ESO. It's called Let Me Google That For You. That actually, instead of just giving a link to Google, it links to them, which then Googles it for you.
Yeah. So, noun, a form of sexual desire in which gratification is linked to a normal degree to a particular object, item of clothing, part of the body, etc. Basically, including, acts, etc. Or two, which is the one that Merriam-Webster is linking to here. An inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers or because it's considered to be inhabited by a spirit. Of course, Merriam-Webster's probably not going to be like, welcome to Kinky Central, we're going to include the first one as our primary definition. We're going to include the second one, which is more traditional use of the word. So, yeah, it's just not what he's talking about. It's just not what he's talking about.
This is hardly the first time Jim has edited his screenshots to
citation
lie about something someone else said. In fact, he did this exact same thing to Shane Killian back in 2015. And people
when?
2015 is what he said.
Yeah, but citation needed, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Of course, started criticizing him for this almost immediately.
Did
so
they,
apparently
TM?
His little friend Shiny, yes, the same Shiny who was originally a mod for Dapperton's first server along with her boyfriend Promethium Oxide.
Hey, not name dropped. Dude, you're famous.
Out, dude.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Zachariah Gay Job.
Alright, I'm getting... No. I'm gonna put my foot down here. I'm uncrossing my arms, okay? This is a message to all of you, ESO people, anyone who's making these drama videos and whatnot, alright? I'm tired of not being included, right? I asked Blue specifically to dox me, and he didn't. He didn't goddamn dox me. I thought, you know what, maybe I'm just not important enough. I should be important enough to be doxed at this point, alright? ESO, if your next video is not doxing me, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out right now.
I just want to point out that I am not a public figure. I literally stick to my nice goddamn February... It's Yang Gang now, the server, right? I basically don't even venture out of that. So him bringing me up is just out of spite. It's just out of spite.
Yeah, you're not involved in any of this anymore.
So, for the rest of the video, I will only be referring to him as Zach.
Oof. Alright, let's see what he has to say.
Clarification. Oh no, Promethium Oxide just doxed. No, I didn't. Because he doxed himself. About, what was that, 5 months ago in the Dapper?
It was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, and he has a video about that on his channel as well.
If it's
where
still
he
up.
shows himself. Yeah, he posted basically, he allowed Jim to post a news article which had his name, and he denied it was his name, because he's a lying little shit. That's about much, so, thanks, Zach. Means a lot. Continue.
Down because Shane banned them for dogpiling me in his server.
I got banned because I was, I'll admit, I was being a bit of a d-bag, but I was being righteous about it.
That's your personality, Toast.
Well, yeah. If you're gonna ban me for that, you know. I will say all I was doing was trying to figure out what was going on. I was trying to figure out what was true. And it just so happens to coincide with all this drama, which then Shane banned me over. And I wasn't happy about that. The rest of you weren't in that server, if I recall. Did you leave, or were you banned?
I got banned ages ago, back when the first one happened, back when I was like, no, this is your name. I think that was the argument at the time.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. Shiny was not banned, if I recall. Yeah. I'm not sure if she's still not banned, but last I spoke to her...
Female privilege.
Basically, that's what I'm saying. A few people did get banned, but,
See, as much of a little bitch Shane Killian can be, right, I can't force myself to dislike him because he's just so old.
I'm not a fan simply because I think he takes too much of a middle position on these sorts of things, which ESO actually has a video on, which I also disagree with.
I also don't think that's true. I think he takes Midnight's side but doesn't want to appear like a
Well, even still, he's wrong.
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, he's also like 80 years old, dude. I think he's legitimately 50-something.
Eh.
Doesn't he say? Yeah, he's old, dude.
I would give you that if he wasn't putting himself out there.
I mean, he's been putting himself out there for so long. He's been doing this for, like, I think over 10 years. So he started as someone who was, you know, he did pretty good stuff in the past. And now, basically, imagine, let's think about David Bowie for a minute. He did great stuff in the 70s, great stuff in the 80s. Horror show, horror show, horror show, horror show. Like, if I say I like David Bowie, right, or I like David Bowie, it doesn't mean I have to dislike David Bowie just because he made trash now, TM.
Right.
I'm not going to dislike David Bowie just because he's a pretentious faggot now. Well, until he died.
Yeah, right.
Lazarus was shit.
I don't know enough about David Bowie to comment on that.
You know, I liked David Bowie until the end, and I just ignored the fact that he made new stuff. So.
Yeah, as far Jim says Black Star was great.
Shut the fuck up.
And with that, let's continue.
Screenshotted the entire conversation and sent it to Jim so he could post it on his Twitter.
That's not what happened. Wait.
Even if that was what happened, what's wrong with people screenshotting and sharing things?
No, but that isn't what happened. So, okay, let me walk through this. So Shiny posted it in our server because we like to laugh.
Yeah.
At Midnight Phantom, Jim sees this, sees a funny quote, posts it to his Twitter. Why would Jim have to edit it? And why would... So, if he posted the screenshot to his Twitter, where in this did he edit it, and why? Why would he remove the word inherently when it makes no difference? It's the most stupid claim I have had to suffer, and this is why I don't engage on political discords anymore, because genuinely, I've got to say, like, 96% of people are just genuinely brain dead. Any disagreements?
No, what you described was accurate.
Honestly, dude.
That's how I saw all the events unfold, because I got involved basically in the middle of it, right after it began.
Yeah. No.
And this is after Shiny was reaching out via Angry Froman to go and meet with ESO to try to end all this, and ESO
not end it, but like make it.
Try to resolve things, right?
Try to make it not a public affair, basically, is what's going on.
Right, and then ESO just left. He just straight up walked away.
Yeah, because he's awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously. Thank you, Chris. Me and you have the exact same feeling, dude. But yeah, so yeah, Jim says that he deleted the conversations on his Twitter or whatever because they were out of order, and he put them in order and reposted them. Jim, I am saying this, but not in those words, because I believe that's a crime, so I'm not saying that.
Should it be? We'll get to that later.
No, of course not.
We'll get to that later.
Doing this, he took my post calling him out for this on Gab and started engaging in his usual brand of amazingly transparent psychological projection. And
basically what I'm saying is that Midnight should stop being a YouTuber. So imagine... Whoa,
I'm pausing. It paused.
So look at this again. Midnight always loves to say that, wow, all of my enemies are just projecting, right? When we look at this video and all he's been doing the time around is either projecting or just straight up lying. It's one of the two. You've got to wonder, does he believe his own lie?
Yeah, at what point does the fantasy become reality?
Because he's in the past been like, wow, I got so stressed out over this, my deviant art being found again, I was having hallucinations. Like, this man is not someone who is mentally secure. This is someone who's
bit tilted.
Fucking bonkers.
That's another word for it.
Yeah. Do you think he doesn't think he's lying here? Do you think he genuinely has constructed this world in his head where Jim is genuinely the Antichrist, here to destroy libertarian?
I part of me hopes so, part of me hopes not. Part of me hopes not because there's a chance that he's just, a crappy person and that he can just, stop doing that. He can grow up, right? Grow a pair. The other part of me thinks, well, what if he is that deluded? What if he believes all this? What if this isn't just him being a scummy person? I really feel bad for him at that point. My heart goes out to him. Because there's a lot of things like this where he constantly digs himself into a hole and then doesn't realize exactly where he's put himself.
But even if he is just batshit insane, right? It's not really his fault that he's doing all this shit, right? He still shouldn't be posting on the internet. Like,
sure. I don't think we would be at fault for addressing him this way, but I also would feel bad for him if he came out and said, "Hey, look, maybe I'm not well."
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know. I go back and forth on it.
He's still a furry faggot, though.
I mean, yeah, that's regardless. So actually, we'll talk about this later, but someone had a good idea of instead of using gas, we use radiation. Anyway, video.
Memes, I seriously wouldn't care, but I am so sick and fucking tired of these people
Dude, he's uncrossing his arms.
Constantly spreading libel and deliberately trying to defame me.
But they're not. How? How are they doing this? They have literally posted a screenshot of something you said, and even if he did edit it, which he didn't edit it because that's fucking idiot. It means the exact same thing. It's the same long fucking comment. What is he doing here? How is he trying to defame you? How is he spreading libel? None of this makes sense.
What was his tweet? Like, didn't he just comment, like, laugh out loud or something like that? Something along that effect?
He just put 4 thinking emojis on top of the screenshot. Like,
that's not libelous. That's just a picture with 4 thinking emojis.
It's a picture of something Midnight did, but now he's denying doing, but not denying doing at the same time. Unbelievable.
The double think. Oh, I love
Zach
this.
Zach needs to get some help, honestly.
Fighting among libertarian groups, and you want to.
Why do you keep criticizing him for fighting libertarians? He's criticizing them because they're wrong or because he thinks they're wrong. That doesn't mean he's not one of them.
Toast would be talking about this. Get back in the individualist hive mind.
I'm too deviant, man. You gotta take me out back like old Yeller.
I know. You get the wall, dude.
The most hilarious part about this is, if you were to talk to them, they would say, I am the one who is starting shit with them.
We're gonna keep the video playing there.
So the reasons I make this video today are firstly to warn.
Are you posting thinking emojis? Are you aware that that's libelous?
I'm posting thinking emojis on your stream, Toast.
How dare you? You are libeling me.
Get your lawyer ready.
I have been libeled. I've been libelized. I feel very libelled.
I feel so drained watching this because it's just so fucking tart.
People about Jim and the clique he associates with Shiny, Prometheus.
See, he names me again. Zachariah.
Wait, whoa, we're going back. I think he said my name. I feel honored. He might have.
Okay, but can I just point out again that I have not said anything about this man publicly, other than shit posting a bit in the Dapperton server for like 5 minutes. I have not been engaging this man at all. I have not been engaging anyone. I've been playing Counter-Strike and having a good time. But no. Prom, the guy who makes whiskey reviews with his dad, is evil. Totally evil, dude.
I agree.
Unbelievable.
No, actually.
Like, no. This man is... Thank you, breakfast libertarian. I agree. But, how am I relevant? Why is his spite boner for me so hard over all the past grievances I've done to him by pointing out when he's lying in the past or finding Midnight Phantom? Why am I being brought up? Just think about that for a minute. He's bringing me up because everyone in his side seems to think I'm evil.
Well, here's an idea. All right, maybe he's trying to set you up into one of these videos, right? Maybe he wants himself to be destroyed. This is a plea for help. He's trying to get you to destroy him with facts and logistics.
He tried to bring me back to the stream. Oh my god, he planned the stream.
No, he's actually the hyper-libertarian. He's trying to get you back into action. It all makes sense now. He's what brings us together. He's playing 4D chess with us.
A Breakfast of Terror makes a good point. It says, I'm brought up because I'm with Jim Jesus the Marxist in my own little tiny server where I only talk about Midnight Phantom. If he's brought up, none of it really escaped that server. Imagine that, dude.
If you associate with these people, they will start issues in your groups by trying to create...
Did we go forward in time? Somehow?
Hold on. So he says that we will start issues in your groups because they... Whatever. We try to make divisions. No, we point out when people are wrong. That's not the same as trying to make divisions. That's just not being part of a collectivist hive mind. Yes. Individualism TM is dead and Midnight Phantom killed it.
Yeah, and sometimes we get banned over it. Cough, cough. I'm sorry.
Unban us, Shane!
Yeah. No, this is like the fourth time we might actually start calling to be unbanned.
Dude, I don't care about Shane killing himself, really. I don't care.
It's the principle of the matter for me. Like, I've been banned and unbanned so many times from that server. It feels good to be unbanned. It's cathartic.
I genuinely don't care so much about that server.
Division and defame people, or by starting personal conflict with them.
Defame. Wait, hold on. Pause this. So, wait, defame people. Does Midnight not realise that what he's been doing across this entire video is just defamation by making up that Jim Jesus is a photo editor and that no one just saw? Like, I Toast.
Yes.
I don't understand. Does he realise this? Am I wrong? So, he has lied about the personal character of Jim Jesus, right? By saying he's a photo editor, by editing photos, and then saying that Jim edited. How is this not defamatory towards Jim?
I mean, he might be deluded. Can you claim that someone's being intentionally defamatory if they're just deluded?
Yes, because he edited the screens to make them that way.
I mean, that's fair. That's pretty damning.
He removed edited from his second screenshot.
Why would you even, like, of all the things you had to remove, and then you admitted that it's edited? Why?
And then tried to spin some sort of like, well, that's not what I was saying sort of narrative. And it was like, no, that is what you were saying. You said it in this stupid fucking video.
Yeah, but just the extent of modifying the picture after claiming someone else is modifying pictures. You're gonna get called out on that, dude. I don't care who you are.
Of the story, which is a big part of the problem because these people are a bunch of sociopathic, pathological liars.
Okay, whoa, hold on. Oh, is he about to call those pathological liars? Because
that's what he did.
I'm 99% that even his friends would agree that he likes to exaggerate the truth a bit.
Yeah, he spins a tale.
Yeah, so, like, okay, so I'll give him a little task. Find a good old screen of us lying about Midnight Phantom, dude. It's not. It doesn't happen. Why? Because the truth is funnier, and it's more impactful. Like,
the truth is funnier.
Like, if I, as the shit poster, like 5, 6, 7 months ago, whenever it was, we were bullying Midnight, right? If I started posting faked screens, everyone would just sort of be like, well, that's kind of gay. But no, I posted links to things he has actually done. And that's what made it funny. The point is, we're not lying here. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, I don't think we could lie to make it as funny as it is. I can't imagine... What could we possibly say to make it worse?
There isn't any, because he did the truth about Christ church thing with fucking furry avatars. That's literally the end game. Shit posts.
We're gonna have to do a video review on that now, aren't we? Oh no. YouTube, please don't demonetize us. We're not monetized.
Yeah.
Alright.
You don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can't be monetized.
Hey, shh.
Who do nothing but scheme and manipulate libertarians against one another in order to cause conflict. The other reason is because recently Shiny and one of Shane's moderators created a Discord server so that Jim and his friends, along with myself...
That wasn't one of our moderators. Yeah, that was, Froman, who we haven't spoken to in a very long... Well...
so basically what happened was, they decided that they'll make like a 3v3 server, wherein Midnight can add a couple friends when it's ready, and Shiny can add a couple friends with Jim and someone else, I think it was Tally probably, and Mousestead. And they can hash out their issues whenever they have them in a less public forum, right? Instead, Midnight threw a bitch fit when Angry didn't allow him to add people early to just start, already begin the damage limitation. And then he quit because he's a little pussy boy. But no, he has to spin this so we're evil, dude. Like, we're obviously evil. Come on, Toast. I mean,
yeah.
Have you seen my videos? I'm obviously a communist.
Well, obviously. Who else drinks goddamn cheap whiskey?
They have absolutely no ability
Shut the
to
fuck up.
Well, you made fun of my channel. I thought we were here to... Okay.
Because I'm not even doing anything. If they genuinely wanted conflict to stop, they need to stop causing it, because...
Well, okay, so, do you realize that this conflict stems from you saying a stupid thing?
Hold on. Let's just read the title of the video real quick. The Jim Jesus Problem. You don't think that's at all has... Yeah, you don't think that has anything to do with this happening?
Hi, Breakfast Libertarian. If you ask for a Discord server, just join Jim's server. It's pretty fun. But yeah, no. Does he not also? Discord stems the issues stem from Midnight making a stupid statement that we point out, and then he all calls us liars and liars, screenshot editors, evil people. It's like, no, Midnight, you're just wrong. Accept that you're wrong, and accept that everyone else isn't actually evil on Earth. Sweet Christ. You know that after the David D. Friedman thing, everyone ripped into him for being a faggot, and then he ran away in a huff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The guy genuinely is just a giant faggot who believes that anyone who could possibly say anything against him is just wrong and evil.
Like, I wanna believe this is a dream.
It's not, Toast.
When do we get to wake up?
This is frankly entirely one-sided, and
The Jim Jesus Problem. Entirely one-sided. I agree with you there. I don't know which side you're referring to, though.
Breakfast Libertarian says, there's two kinds of people on this planet. Liars and those who agree with Shane Gilly.
Oof.
Moron!
Well, obviously you're one of the liars, Breakfast.
Yeah, you're
no,
lie.
The audacity to say, oh, well, it's all one-sided. I hope you're referencing that it's on your side. That's all I have to say.
I'm making this video, which doesn't allow certain comments to appear, like, what's his name?
I'll give him, like I said, I'll give him benefit of the doubt. You might not. I will.
I'm very questioning at this point, because it's a bit of a theme with Midnight. It's a bit of a theme. Nose tap, if you know what I mean.
Right.
is long overstayed its welcome. That is, even assuming that it was welcomed to begin with. I only first joined that server in the first place so that they couldn't turn around and claim that I was refusing their offers to set aside our
You did, though. You quite literally did. You were the first one to leave.
But I left today after Jim made this tweet. So, no,
Wait,
I'm not refusing it.
did you... So the thing is, no one was offering to set aside their differences. You fucking idiot. We hate you because you're a lying little shit. No one was offering to set aside differences. They were offering to make their disagreements less my god. Because everyone else, while they enjoy it, Shane Killian doesn't, and you run away from every conflict. You a little pussy. Fuck's sake. How dishonest can someone be? Oh, they wanted to set aside the differences. No, we don't want to. We want you to continue being a fucking idiot because it's funny, but we just don't want to annoy everyone else in the meantime.
I mean, I don't even particularly hate him. I feel bad.
No,
I mean, I laugh, but I feel bad about it.
No, After you lied to my face about not including children characters in your VOR role plays, I'm kind of going to be like, no, you're a fucking piece of...
Oh, but he could have been, what was it, 2'8"?
Yeah,
he could have been 2'8", but you know, over the age of 18.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, okay. We're clicking.
One of the characters is specified to be 14. I'll find it.
We're clicking the play button. We're not putting that on YouTube.
Okay,
tell
fair
Jim
enough.
and his friends to go fuck themselves and not to listen to anything they say because they're clearly not credible people who should be taken even remotely seriously.
Okay, whoa. Don't listen to what they say because they're not credible. Ignore the fact that I manufactured the script.
Yeah, let's just ignore the fact that you were, just caught red-handed.
Yeah, don't listen to them aside because they're obviously liars. Is just a way to make people who would otherwise be on your side not watch our stuff and stay on your side. Let's be honest, your lies are so hilariously blatant that even the slightest dissidence against you is enough to be like, oh yeah, it's pretty shit. But Jim is a cult leader. Don't listen to him or associate with any of them, says Jim Jesus. I agree. If Jim would just stop casting his evil cult magic on me. I can't actually...
if he would make me stop questioning the libertarian hive mind, then maybe someday I could just conform.
I just want to conform to the individualist hive mind, dude. That's all I want to do in my life.
The cartoon ant-cats. I just really want to be a part of you guys, So I hope this isn't taken out of context. I hope you don't view this as hateful, because we're trying to get back, okay? It's just Jim Jesus keeps on constantly casting his evil cult voodoo magic on us.
Dude, he keeps killing plants to sacrifice to the plant gods to make sure we're devoted.
Goddamn vegetarians.
Jim kills chili plants, by the way. Jim is a plant murderer.
Unethical. Absolutely haram.
Absolutely nap violated, my dear.
Well, that is the end of this video. Is there anything else we want to go through?
Honestly, this video was a total fucking shit heap. Why does Midnight Phantom keep lying is my final question, really. What does he get out of it? Because he looks like an idiot anyway. His fans are going to think he's an idiot anyway because they all have an IQ similar to their shoe size.
Jim's disappointed. He wants the Friedman video to be played.
Okay,
that's pretty short. Grab a link.
It's like 30 minutes.
No, we'll skip around.
Let me find it.
We just have to look at the look on. We have to showcase the look on Friedman's face. So Chris, if you might be familiar with a little known economist by the name of Friedman Jr. Turns out he actually decided to go onto a stream with this guy that we've been talking about and a few other people that we know.
So I would just have to just inform everyone that God. So this is the evil video maker, Jim Jesus. I hope you're all ready to be perverted by his evil. Ghost, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I used to be an absolute trash debater on certain topics. I used to, and that's mainly because I had a very poor understanding of my opponent's position.
So somebody wants to know what is my take on the non-aggression principle, and the answer is that taken literally, I think probably nobody believes in it. My favorite counterexample, which was, I think, due to Bill Bradford, who was the editor of Liberty Magazine.
While we disagree with David D. Friedman on this bit here, Midnight Phantom is so bad at arguing it that this is just fucking comical, dude.
Yeah. It gets bad.
Seen for a long time. Unfortunately, he's no longer alive. But for a while, it was, I think.
You know when Shiny gets it right that you're not doing well.
He says, imagine that you somehow fall off of the balcony of your 11th floor apartment. Fortunately, the 10th floor apartment below you has a flagpole. You manage to catch onto the flagpole, and you're working your way up to the balcony to get back onto it. When the owner of the apartment comes out and says, that flagpole is my property, I do not give you permission to hold on to it. Do you let go? Anyone want to claim that he or she is willing to let go?
Okay, at this point, I'd just like to make a short bit to just annoy Jim Jesus. Just be like, ethically speaking, you should let go. Ethically speaking, you shouldn't have grabbed onto it.
Yeah.
But, continuing.
I think when I have a choice between becoming the new paste to the pavement, probably gonna just hang on for life.
That means that you don't really believe in the non-aggression principle as libertarians like to state it. I've got a number of other versions of the argument you can find in Machinery of Freedom, but I sort of like Bill Bradford's version. And that it seems to me that violating people's rights is a bad thing to do, but there are other bad things in the world. And that if enough is at stake, I would prefer a small violation of your rights to an enormous loss of my life.
Here, I'd again, I just want to make a shorter, because we can't just play the video and just sort of not comment on it.
Right.
That'd be boring as fuck for anyone watching that's actually watching for us, those unfortunate people who are doing this. So here I'd say that realistically a loss of life is just a subjective value anyway. Like, life itself isn't this like, whoa, we've got to, objectively speaking, we have to
protect more lives or keep lives, promulgate life.
Whereas if you believe in the NAP, it's a objective thing that genuinely does state that these are things which have, you should do it. It's not just, it's up to whether you want to or not. It's not a subjective value, it's an objective ought. So in this I disagree again and say that realistically it doesn't matter how many lives are lost if you believe in the NAP, because life itself is just a subjective element, whereas it's an objective ought, being like, hey, don't violate other people's property. So what I'm saying is Hitler did...
I agree with that.
That's not really consistent with the way libertarians usually talk, but I think it's consistent with the way libertarians actually are.
Well, in that situation, you could easily have arbitration over that, have a dispute over that, and in that situation where
you're hanging on.
What? And why should he require? You agree it's his flagpole.
Yes.
He grew the tree.
You agree it's his flagpole.
He put the flagpole out on his balcony. So how is there any question that it's his property?
I'm not saying that it isn't his property. I'm just saying in that situation. In that situation, according to the non-aggression principle, the non-aggression principle isn't that nobody will ever, it's that it's unethical to aggress against somebody else. But if someone does, you can have a dispute, and
so he's stating that it's
how that works.
He's stating that it's not an ethical argument, the non-aggression principle.
So he's saying that basically it's the, you know, if this discrepancy occurs, you can have an arbitration and then a judgment. It's like, no, that's not how that works. No, it's objectively impermissible. It doesn't matter who decides. It's objectively impermissible to violate someone's property rights. So in this case, it doesn't really matter if this arbitration afterwards should drop. Like, how? So he wants flagpole arbitration over someone else's property right. I somehow believe that.
What form of arbitration would be relevant enough to actually save you there? It's very clear what's going on. Like, even if, okay, let's say that you do pull in arbitration and everything. You just sit there for an hour while a judge explains to you why you're going to drop. Okay. Congratulations.
Or if you however completely ignore the guy on his balcony, right, and you break into his house to save your own life, and then you go through, right? Do you really think the judge is going to be like, oh yeah, well,
I guess you just survived.
Guy. Yeah, no, you're probably going to be thrown off that same roof.
Maybe not that extreme. I do want to skip around in the video a little bit because it's so long, and it's near the end where David Friedman starts losing his grip on what is real.
Yeah, let's go through about midway through just to get some.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm at 12:20. You at 12:20?
Yes, I'm at 12:20. Let's see.
1,000 people or 5.
Filthy Heretic joins the chat. Yep, forgot about that.
I think Issa was before him, so we might have to go a little bit further.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We're not intentionally trying to keep things out. It's just this is a very long.
Jim says there will be a DRO on every flagpole.
Obviously.
We'll have helicopter judges who arbitrate flagpole rights, dude. That's amazing.
10 out of 10 would pay for that.
Honestly, dude.
Well, my point
Oh, here we go.
is that they always collapse.
Look at his face.
For the exact same reasons.
Well, if you think about I was thinking of Imperial China, and it collapses in the sense that there are interregnums between dynasties.
Yeah.
The basic system is set up 200 or 300 BC, roughly around there, by the Han Dynasty, the first dynasty, and you've got pretty much a continual progression of that through the Manchu, the last dynasty, which collapses around 1900.
Yeah, you're right. I should probably have been more precise with my language. By collapse, I mean that a current constitution,
this breaks my heart,
and a current government essentially
this hurts.
Goes completely bankrupt and is no longer.
Look at him. Stop.
Continue enforcing its laws.
Stop.
A new one.
Can we please get David D. Friedman a hug?
Take the place of the monopoly and arbitration.
I'm not sure what financiers have to do with it. That is, you can have a government with private banking, as Britain did, and for that matter, the U.S. did in the 19th century. But we certainly observed governments that existed for very long periods of time. That England had pretty much a continuous government, pretty much from the Norman conquest to the present. You've got a little bit of a break with the English Civil War, and you've got some internal conflicts over who's going to run the government, and Wars of the Roses, and a few other such episodes. But I don't see that governments don't, sometimes manage to exist for very long periods of time.
Well, I'm not saying that they can't be longer than others.
Look.
Some of them are able to last for quite a long time. This is because once they start running low on the resources that they're able to accumulate within their own country, they start expanding through conquest.
I think if you look at say, England and the U.S. through the 19th century, I believe it is the case that through that century, the percentage of revenue handled by the government was roughly constant. For the U.S., at least, the federal was the smallest of the three branches during most of the 19th century, and was not, in fact, growing. You
Look
get
at this
a pattern
poor
of
old
government growth
guy.
eventually
So sad,
in
dude.
modern history. But I don't think it's, in any sense a uniform pattern. Some governments grow, some governments shrink. I don't see any sort of scientific law, as it were, that says that governments will always grow until they collapse. That's going to depend on the particular dynamic of that particular government.
I don't know if I'd agree with that. I mean, by the early 19th
Oh my word!
century, I mean,
Can we just get an F for that? I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm putting an F in chat.
So he doesn't know if he agrees with there being no physical law, which means that all governments
Necessarily must grow.
Is he retarded? Toast, have we been rash in our making fun of the disabled?
I don't think so. I think this is forthcoming.
Someone needs to put him down, dude. Say, it was something. Oh, dude, McToast's in the chat, dude.
Which one? I actually have like 2 or 3 different McToasts that subscribe to me.
That's amazing, dude. Hi, McToast. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream. If you want to take over, feel free. You'll probably do a better job than me.
Yeah, so we just couldn't be making fun of a furry.
A furry who's discussing with a world-renowned economist/physicist. Yeah.
It's not a good look, honestly.
It's not going well.
you had the governments establishing monopolies
He
on
looks
the
so down.
industry, so not allowing firms to easily enter.
All around me.
So I wouldn't necessarily say that it wasn't expanding, and it was more or less expanding because of the revenue it needed to spend on collecting more revenue from it.
If anyone can type out in the chat what he just said, like the complete sentence, and explain to me what it means, I will give you $20. If you can decipher that word salad, I will actually just PayPal you $20. I'll wait.
Let me go back.
No, don't go back. You're excluded from this.
Itself due to the expanding industry.
What are the respects in which in either England or the U.S. government was substantially larger at the end of the 19th century than at the beginning of the 19th century?
Oh, Chris got it.
Well, in the U.S.,
Damn.
I mean, essentially the railroad industry they had each state had a board of directors established by the government for the railroad industry. It was getting to the point,
How do you measure the size of?
So, quick joke. You know how we usually make fun of the meme Mo Roads?
Mm-hmm.
Is he using Mo Railroads?
Dude.
Is that going to be an ANCAP-ified version of that meme?
Yes. Dude,
Well, what about the railroads?
The rails just kept getting bigger until they were unsustainable, we had like 60-foot tall railroads. And we just
They were like
couldn't sustain them, dude.
13 feet wide.
Government did a whole lot of different things at different times. That in some ways England had a smaller government by 1900 than in 1800 because they'd abolished the Corn Laws. They'd gone to free trade. In other ways, they probably had a larger. I'm suggesting that a very simple measure is what percentage of the national income was spent by government. And I believe, I'd have to look up numbers to be sure, but I think the answer is that it was about 10% in the U.S. through most of the 19th century, and I think England was similar, though I know less about that. Anyway, it just seems to me this is one of these cases where if you have a theory, you ought to try to test it. And how do you distinguish?
It looks so hopeful here.
Two different claims.
Well, I was at
The governments are
It's like,
unsustainable.
look, I'm making an obvious point. Midnight. Please understand.
Various factors can bring down a government, and each year there's a 1% or a 0.5% chance of something happening that will bring down the government. So if you wait long enough, usually a government will eventually collapse. That doesn't mean they're unsustainable.
Well, you're making. I mean, something that I've noticed throughout this whole stream is you tend to
Right
make
here.
a lot of assumptions about things that I'm arguing with.
No, dude. He's literally trying to do the exact same thing he does with Jim, where it's like, well, that's not what I was. When that's literally what you said. He just addressed exactly
Verbatim what you said. Right.
I've never buried my head in my hands in a stream until now. And that was...
Oh, you haven't been this whole time?
No, dude. I've managed to survive, but that was too much.
We do have to watch the ending of this.
We have to watch the ending of it, and then one more video I have saved for the climax.
Alright,
And you're bringing banking. Personally, I think
Banking.
government.
What you were talking about is collecting revenue in order to regulate industries.
Yeah, it needs to not necessarily regulate industries, but it needs to involve itself in the markets so it can collect more revenue for itself as the markets continue to expand.
I don't see why it needs to. Obviously, people running government would like to collect revenue, but there are various constraints on how much revenue is practical to collect. Sometimes it results in revenue going up, and sometimes it doesn't.
Guys,
more people trading.
I'm sorry.
There's more people trading, so there's more taxes which are being collected.
Guys, I hate to jump in, but I kind of want to try to wrap things up right now, if that's okay.
And
here it comes.
Yeah, to clarify,
Right
I do greatly respect
This breaks my heart.
you, Mr. Friedman.
I cry every time.
And I kind of, I don't know, for some reason I can't help it.
Are you agree with me?
Yeah, you were being asked questions, and I kept making it into debates, and I'm sorry, it's just I mean, if we could have
Remember
like
he
a formal
denied he
debate
said this.
sometime, that would be great.
Maybe.
Remember when he denied that he said that he made it a debate?
Yeah, and then that little portion right there.
Oh. That he kept making it into a debate. What a genius. But I have one more video, and it's very important, because it's a video which proves that Midnight Phantom is a superior, or Zach, is a superior economist than David D. Friedman.
What? This is unprecedented.
With the so-called top-down model of management, you have one guy or several people who do all of the resource managing, who put together all of the capital at once, which on top of being more profitable for everyone, this model of management also has a higher time preference.
I've never seen this.
Which in turn creates a higher rate of interest due to accelerated satisfaction.
Accelerated satisfaction, Toast.
Here at Intellectuals United, research has been proceeding to conceive a general theory of life cycle hypothesis that establishes new liquidity traps for the Austrian business cycle theory, the economic calculation problem, and the lump of labor fallacy. With arbitrage success as our primary focus, logic has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an aggregate that would not only provide inverse cost-benefit analysis for use in outward investment, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing asymmetric shock.
As someone who has studied economics.
Is this not just how it sounds?
This is actually amazing. I'm gonna find this video once it's done and give it a solid thumbs up. I might actually subscribe to Jim Jesus. It appears I'm not right now.
I'll send it to you in the DMs.
My God. Well, I have it up right here. My God.
It's beautiful.
Such a theory comprised of Austrian economics,
What keeps
democratic
going?
first principles, Rothbard's non-aggression principles, and all monitored by Lou Rockwell Automation's praxeology, is Lou Rockwell's arbitrage pricing theory. Now basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of value being generated by the misery index of regulatory risks and hedge funds, it's produced by the marginal utility of horizontal integration and voluntary unemployment. The original concept had a concursive wave of basis points surmounted by a malleable Big Mac index in such a way that the two demand curves were in a direct line with the barriers to entry. The deduction consisted simply of 6 output gaps so fitted to the bare animal spirits that the optimal currency area was effectively prevented. The main investment was of the normal Karl Menger type placed in a Laffer curve slots of the stock markets, every 7th time preference being connected by a non-reversible deflation trend to the
Breakfast Libertarian, your Laffer curve theory that you just brought up in chat, yeah, eat that. You've just been disproven. Liberal owned.
Exactly, dude. Libtard owned by fur. Libtard vored by fur.
Moreover, whenever the zero-sum game motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a demand economies of scale x-axis to reduce economic depressions. The arbitrage pricing theory now has reached a high level of development, and it is being successfully used in the operation of econometric calculations. It's available soon wherever the Lou Rockwell automation books are sold.
This, but unironically.
What are you talking about? This, but ironically, dude. Come on. This is an actually historical event. Oops, I just closed down the stream.
I'm sorry?
I just closed the stream on my end.
How dare you? I'm offended.
I'm offended as well. I'm offended on everything.
Fantastic. I'm getting...
Like, 4 months though, so you can't blame me that. But yeah, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed, because we have suffered. We've suffered great losses.
Brain cells, mostly. A few brave individuals.
Fuck me, dude. So, yeah, if Midnight would like to lie about us some more, feel free. If you'd like to dislike bombers, feel free. It's kind of funny to me. And if you'd like to talk about me more in videos that I'm not relevant in, go ahead, have fun.
By the way, for all those kids out there, just make sure, if you ever see an individual like this on the streets, just know that, you know...
He will eat you.
He will probably eat you. They're not the most stable people, I suppose.
If anyone comes up to you and just says that, you know, businesses are more efficient because they have a high time preference, just run away. Run away.
If they call themselves Midnight Phantom,
run.
You sprint. You don't stop. Don't look back.
Yeah, so everyone, thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Good night, lads.
In 4 months again. Night.